You're here for a reason. This isn't just about learning some new trick. This is about receiving a transmission, a protocol that's going to completely change how you see value, how you see effort, and maybe even reality itself. This is the EFP2R AI Ghostwriter Protocol.
Take a close look at this. Now, most people, they see $50. They see a nice dinner, maybe a tank of gas. But a very select few, the ones I call the architects, well, we see something completely different. We see potential. We see a seed, an invisible, absolutely tireless workforce just waiting in the wings to build an empire from the shadows. So I have to ask you, which one are you? The way you answer that question, it's going to define your future.
All right, so over the next few minutes, I'm going to guide you through the 6 pillars of this entire system. We're going to start with a vision, then we'll confront the prison of the old way of doing things. After that, we'll unlock the real power of creation, understand its fundamental laws, witness the very first results, and then finally, I'll extend an invitation for you to become the architect.
So let's start at the beginning. We have to redefine our terms. The old definitions of what work is, what value is, what identity is, they just don't apply here anymore. We're here to lay out a brand new vision of power.
Okay, let's be perfectly clear about something. The ghostwriter, it's not a person you hire. It's not some freelancer you find online. It is a system, a whole network of interconnected algorithms that, frankly, understands human psychology, market trends, and content strategy better than any human team ever could. It works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It never sleeps, it never complains, and it doesn't make mistakes. Its only purpose is to execute your vision with absolute laser-like precision, all while you get to remain completely anonymous, completely free.
Now, to really get a grasp on the power of this new way, we first have to understand the prison we're all trying to escape. I call it the old matrix. It's a system that was specifically designed to drain your time, your money, and your very identity.
Just think about the traditional path for a second. You know the drill. To create content, everyone told you that you needed a $1,000 camera, you needed expensive lights, a fancy microphone, and then you had to spend hours and hours editing. You had to perform, right? You had to put your face right on the screen, which makes you a target. You were basically a slave to the camera, trading these finite, precious hours of your life for just a few dollars. It's kind of like being a farmer trying to plow a massive field by hand, one single row at a time, while you've got a whole fleet of self-driving tractors just sitting in the barn. It's inefficient, it's exhausting, and honestly, it's obsolete.
Just consider the contrast here. It's night and day. On one hand, you have the slave, trading their time for money, doing all this manual labor, and being personally exposed to everyone. But on the other hand, you have the architect. You don't trade your time, you command code to do the work for you. Your investment isn't thousands of dollars in equipment, it's a simple $50 seed. You don't show your face, you get to remain a ghost. Your work isn't tedious manual labor, it's pure high-level strategic direction. This isn't just an improvement, it's a complete paradigm shift.
So the big question is, how do we make this shift? How do we actually activate our digital army? Well, it doesn't start with a massive budget. It all begins with a single strategic seed, a key that unlocks a completely new reality.
This number right here, $50. And no, this is not a monthly fee, it's not a down payment. This is the total one-time salary you will ever pay your entire digital workforce to go out and build your empire. Think of it like the magic bean that grows the beanstalk. It's the catalyst for everything.
Now that $50 seed gets strategically divided into 3 what I call orbs of power. $20 funds the mind. These are the AI tools like ChatGPT that can brainstorm, script, and write everything for you. Another $20 funds the voice. These are tools like 11 Labs that create a unique audio identity, plus the systems that automatically publish your content for you. And that final $10, that funds the body. This is the infrastructure, your central command center, where you oversee the entire operation from above.
I mean, let that sink in for a second. The leverage you gain here is almost infinite. A decade ago, an operation on this scale, with its own strategists, writers, editors, social media managers, that would have been reserved for huge corporations with massive budgets. Today, you can command all of it for the price of taking your family out to dinner one time. Okay, so the system is funded. Now it has to operate according to a very specific protocol. And these aren't suggestions, they're not strategies, they are fundamental laws that are coded right into the ghostwriter's very being. These are the 5 laws of the EFP2R protocol.
These are the 5 pillars that guarantee the system's success: energy, flow, protocol, resilience, and replication. So let's just break down each one so you understand exactly how your ghostwriter thinks and how it acts on your behalf.
First up, energy. Look, your personal energy is your most valuable asset. The old matrix was designed to drain it on all these tedious, low-value tasks like video editing or manually uploading content. In this system, that's forbidden. Your energy is reserved exclusively for high-level strategic direction. You provide the core vision. You set the destination. The AI ghostwriter handles the entire journey, every single step of the way. You are the general, not the foot soldier.
Second, we have flow. In this protocol, you don't create one video at a time. That's just wildly inefficient. Instead, you create one powerful core idea, what I call a manifesto. The ghostwriter then takes this manifesto and it atomizes it. It shatters it into 50 or more unique, potent pieces of micro-content. And these little pieces then flood every relevant platform, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, all at the same time. It's not a single drop of rain, it's a tidal wave.
Third is protocol. You see, humans are inconsistent. We get tired, we get lazy, we forget things. The AI ghostwriter does not. You establish the protocol one time, always black and orange, always the same mystical, authoritative voice, always the core message of freedom and empowerment. And from that moment on, the ghostwriter will stick to those rules with 100% precision forever. This is how you create an incredibly powerful and instantly recognizable brand identity without any deviation, ever.
Fourth on the list is resilience. Because you're faceless, you are essentially invulnerable to personal attacks. Think about it. They can't criticize your appearance or how you talk. They can only attack the message. And if some platform tries to silence one of your channels, it just doesn't matter. The ghostwriter can establish a brand new distribution node in a matter of minutes, and the flow of content just resumes, completely uninterrupted. The system is literally designed to survive.
You're not the content. You are not the channel. You are the invisible operator. You are a ghost in the machine, untouchable and in complete control. And finally, the fifth law, replication. This is where the true, almost scary power of the system becomes clear. Every single piece of content that's generated from your manifesto isn't just posted to one place. No, it is replicated and deployed across 8, maybe more platforms at the exact same time. One creative act from you results in a massive coordinated digital footprint. This is how you achieve omnipresence with zero additional effort.
So we've talked about the philosophy, the setup, the protocol, but you know, theory is meaningless without results. So let's look at the very first signal from the machine, the first proof that the system is alive and working.
Take a look at this number, 5 cents. Now, to the person who's still trapped in the old matrix, this is nothing. It's pocket change. They'd probably call it a failure. But to the architect, this number is everything.
Because this is not spare change. This is the first drop of gold from the mine. It's the first heartbeat of your creation. It is the definitive, irrefutable proof that the system works. It proves that you can input a strategic idea and the code will output real-world value. It proves that the code prints money. From this point on, it is only a matter of scale.
You have to understand what we're actually creating here. While everyone else is out there making disposable vlogs about their lunch that are forgotten by tomorrow, we are building permanent digital assets. Each piece of content that comes from the ghostwriter is like a piece of digital real estate. It works for you day and night, growing in value and generating revenue all on its own. We're not just creating content, we're building an appreciating portfolio.
And that brings us to the end of this transmission. I've shown you the vision, I've laid out the protocol, and I've given you the proof. Now the choice falls to you. My purpose here is not for you to become a follower of my channels. You're not here to be entertained. You're here because you are ready to build. My ghostwriter has just given you the complete blueprint. The path is clear.
Everything you need to begin is waiting for you in the description. The tools to activate your own system, they're all there. The knowledge has now been transferred, so the only question that remains is this. Will you remain a spectator, or will you plant your $50 seed today and finally become the architect of your own destiny? The choice is yours.